repatriate the stowaways at a stop in Jamaica, and then they asked the Bahamian government to accept them. They were turned down both times. Officials say the men might be returned to Grand Cayman after the ship docks in Miami.
If you were with us last night, you know an I-team investigation has uncovered a written plan for covert operations against the Cuban government. That plan includes a detailed map of Castro's main Air Force base and suggested times and dates for action. The anti-Castro group behind this plan is now claiming our reports are examples of persecution. But as Eyewitness News reporter Red Berkey shows us, there's a reason why this plan is attracting so much interest.
The 17-page manifesto from the Democratic National Unity Party carries the names of General Secretary Sergio Gonzalez Roqueta, Intelligence Director Frank Sturgis, and a mystery man, A.A. Perez, a man unfamiliar even to the group's attorney, Ellis Rubin.
I've never met him. I don't know much about him.
But the I-team has learned Antonio Aristides Perez, who investigators say uses the alias Tony Garcia, is no stranger to federal agents. Our own investigation found Perez now faces drug charges in Texas, where he's accused of smuggling thousands of kilos of cocaine into the United States. And that's not all. His record begins in 1974, a weapons charge. Then in 1977, his first drug smuggling charge. A parole violation followed in 1982, and then another arrest in 1989, this time for entering the country illegally as a convicted narcotics trafficker. How does all this lead back to the Unity Party? Well, sources tell the I-team this little Havana warehouse was the secret command and control center for the party. A command center set up by Perez, complete with a shortwave antenna on the roof. And investigators tell the I-team they believe Perez used the radio to communicate with his drug contacts in Colombia. And it's in this warehouse, we are told, that Perez secretly turned over as much as $1 million in drug money to party members. Our sources who have been inside here say it's set up with a conference area. There's a kitchen, even a workout room, and of course that shortwave radio. And it's from here, we're told, that group members were able to monitor the progress of a boat called the Angelina. The Angelina was found 50 miles off the Cuban coast last January. The Coast Guard found the boat loaded with ammunition and machine guns. Ivan Rojas, who was a member of that crew, trained at the party's paramilitary camp in the Everglades and is now facing federal charges on weapons violations. And there's more to party members' history of legal problems. Vice Secretary Justo Regalado was just arrested last month on a weapons charge following another I-team report. He also has a drug conviction in his past criminal history. And a founding member, Alejandro Novo, is currently facing narcotics charges in Tampa. So as we have now shown, with the exception of Watergate burglar Frank Sturgis and General Secretary Sergio Gonzalez, every top leader of the party has been convicted of drug charges or is now facing drug charges. For party attorney Ellis Rubin, he says a drug connection would be the end of the line.
If there's any drug money behind this organization, the organization will get rid of it, and I will no longer represent the organization.
In Miami, Red Berkey, Channel 10 Eyewitness News on the Night Beat.
Now, Ellis Rubin's suggestion that he may pull out as group's attorney is only the latest problem for the Unity Party. Since our I-team investigation first began, we've learned that financial contributions have all but dried out. 2 of the 3 phone lines to party headquarters have now been disconnected, and the number of people training at the Everglades camp has dropped to below 50. That's from almost 200. All this as the number of law enforcement agencies continue investigating the Unity Party.
Still to come, will it rain or shine on your weekend plans?
Plus, what a diver Greg Louganis and former presidential candidate Paul's